Okay, fine. So in the last two classes, I've just discussed about your laws of chemical combination, and we had just started with your concept of mole. Okay, we had discussed the concept of mole in terms of your mass. We have discussed the concept of mole in terms of your volume. Fine. So today, this is our second class on mole concept. So today we shall be again discussing about the same topic. We shall start with the same topic, mole concept. Okay, so today we shall express this mole in terms of volume. So to start with, I'll just recapitulate the things which we have done in a earlier class. Okay, so what we had discussed in the earlier class was, what is this concept of mole, right? So this mole, it can be expressed either in terms of mass. Okay, we have discussed that. This mole can be expressed either in terms of your number of molecules, number of atoms. Okay, and today we shall discuss the third concept of mole, how we can express the mole in terms of volume. Fine. So remember, one mole. Remember, 1 mole of any gas, 1 mole of any gas. Okay, we are talking about gas out there, not solids, neither liquids. Okay, at STP means standard conditions of temperature and pressure. What is the standard temperature? 273 Kelvin. What is the standard pressure? 1 atm. So under this condition, 1 mole of any gas at STP occupies, it occupies a volume of, it occupies a volume of how many liters? 22.4 liters. Or if I express this in ml, it would be 22400 ml. It would be 22400 ml. So this is the concept of mole. This is the concept of mole in terms of volume, right? So 1 mole of any gas at STP, it occupies a volume of 22.4 liters or 22400 ml. Okay. So now, in the last class, we wrote down the formulas of some molecules, say carbon dioxide, say water molecule. Okay, so carbon dioxide molecule, water molecule. Say I'm going to write down ammonia molecule out here. Fine, and just I'll write down one atom, I'll write down one element, silver. Okay, now I'm going to write down the molecular mass or molar mass of these elements. I'm going to write down the molar mass. Fine. So what is the molar mass of carbon dioxide? If I calculate, the atomic mass of carbon is 12 plus 32, it would be 44 gram or 44 AMU. Water, it is 18 gram, we know. Fine. What about the molecular mass of ammonia? It is 17 gram, 14 plus 3. And the atomic mass, it's an element, so we don't write down molecular mass, rather we write down atomic mass. So the atomic mass of silver is 108 gram. Fine. And what was the concept of mole in terms of mass? Okay, 1 mole of any compound is equal to its molar mass. That means 44 gram of carbon dioxide means 1 mole of carbon dioxide. 18 gram of water, which is the molar mass of water, it is equal to 1 mole of water. 17 gram of ammonia, which is the molecular mass of ammonia, again it is equal to 1 mole of ammonia. And 108 is the atomic mass of silver, right? So 108 gram of silver means 1 mole of silver. So what is the concept of mole in terms of molar mass? The molar mass of any compound means it is equal to 1 mole. So this was the concept of mole in terms of mass. Okay, so what is the concept of mole in terms of mass? 1 mole is equivalent to its molecular mass. Okay, 1 mole is equal to its molecular mass. And we also discussed the fact that 1 mole of any compound, 1 mole of any compound contains Avogadro number of molecules. It contains Avogadro number of molecules. So what is the concept of mole in terms of number? 1 mole means it is equal to the Avogadro number. So 44 gram of carbon dioxide, which is 1 mole of carbon dioxide, contains Avogadro number of carbon dioxide molecules. Okay. So 18 gram of water, which is the molecular mass of water, 18 gram of water means 1 mole of water, and 1 mole of water contains how many water molecules? It contains Avogadro number of water molecules. It contains Avogadro number of water molecules. 17 gram of ammonia, which is equal to 1 mole of ammonia. Again, 1 mole of ammonia means 17 gram of ammonia. Again, it contains the same Avogadro number of ammonia molecules. 108 gram, which is the atomic mass of silver. 108 gram of silver means 1 mole of silver. So 1 mole of silver or 108 gram of silver contains how many silver atoms? It contains Avogadro's number of silver atoms. So till here we had discussed in the previous class. Okay. So mole, it can be either expressed in terms of mass or it can be expressed in terms of your number. It can be expressed in terms of number. Okay, so 1 mole always contains Avogadro number of particles. 1 mole of compound contains Avogadro number of molecule. 1 mole of element contains Avogadro number of atoms. Again, 1 mole means it is equal to the molecular mass, or if it is an element, it is equal to the atomic mass. So today, what are you going to do is we are going to express this concept of mole in terms of volume. Okay, so what is the concept of mole in terms of volume then? Okay, in terms of volume. Okay, so but remember this concept is applicable only for gas, that is also at STP. Okay, so only at STP, only at 273 Kelvin or 0 degrees Celsius, only at 1 atm, 1 mole of any gas occupies a volume of 22.4 liters. That means, so I'm going to write down volume at STP, volume at STP. So we know carbon dioxide is a gas, carbon dioxide is a gas, ammonia is a gas. Okay, carbon dioxide is a gas and ammonia is also a gas. Okay, so this concept of mole in terms of volume is applicable only for carbon dioxide gas and it's applicable for ammonia gas, not for water. Since water is a liquid, it's not applicable to water, neither it is applicable to silver since it is a solid. Okay, so this is applicable only for gases, that is also at what conditions? At STP. So we can say 1 mole of carbon dioxide gas at STP occupies a volume of 22.4 liters. It occupies a volume of 22.4 liters. So can we say the same thing about water then? Does 1 mole of water at STP occupies a volume of 22.4 liter? No, since water is a liquid. Okay, so we cannot apply this concept to water since it is a liquid. It is applicable only for gaseous molecule. So what can you say about ammonia? Yes, ammonia is a gas. So 1 mole of ammonia, which is equal to 17 gram, okay, which contains Avogadro number of molecules, it occupies a volume of 22.4 liters. Under what conditions? Again at STP. But this concept cannot be applied to water, which is a liquid. It cannot be applied to silver since it is a solid. So what are the mole concept then? What is the concept of mole? So here we see that, here we have seen that this mole can be expressed either in terms of mass. In terms of mass, 1 mole means it is equal to the molar mass. What was the concept of mole in terms of number? 1 mole contains Avogadro number of particles. And 1 mole of any gas also occupies a volume of 22.4 liters at STP. That means this mole, okay, it can be expressed either in terms of mass, it can be expressed in terms of number, either it can be expressed in terms of volume. So this is the concept of mole in terms of your 3 parameters. Okay, we can express this mole either in terms of mass, number, or volume. So this concept should be crystal clear, otherwise, okay, we won't be able to solve the problems. Okay, so remember this mole concept is there in almost every chapter of chemistry in class 11 as well in class 12. Okay, so if I say how many moles are there, how many moles are there in 44.8 liters of carbon dioxide at STP. Okay, how many moles are there in 44.8 liters of carbon dioxide at STP? So how are we going to solve this? So we know that 22.4 liter of carbon dioxide at STP, 22.4 liters of carbon dioxide at STP. Yes, it occupies a volume of how many liters? 1 mole occupies a volume of 22.4 liters. Sorry, this is equal to 1 mole. Okay, this is equal to 1 mole. So 22.4 liter of any gas at STP means this is equal to 1 mole. So we are supposed to find out the number of moles present in 44.8 liters. So yes, I can now write down 44.8 liters of carbon dioxide at STP is equal to how many moles? Simple unitary method. So it will be 1 by 22.4 multiplied by 44.8, which is equal to how many mole? 2 mole. This is equal to 2 mole. So from the given volume, yes, we can find out the number of moles. So actually, what are we doing? Which formula are we using out here to find out the number of moles? Okay, so let us analyze this formula. So in order to find out the number of moles, we divided the given volume by 22.4 liter. We divided the given volume by 22.4 liters. So what is the formula for finding out the number of moles then? It is equal to the volume which is given. So given volume at STP divided by 22.4. So this is the formula for finding the number of moles if the volume at STP is given. Okay. Now, what was the formula for finding the number of moles in terms of mass? Earlier we had derived, okay, you guys had derived it yourself. It was equal to given mass by molar mass. So using this formula, if the mass is given, then we can find out the number of moles by using this formula. Now, if the number of molecules was given, then what was the formula? Number of molecules given divided by Avogadro number of molecules. Okay, so these are the three formulas with the help of which we can calculate the number of moles. So in terms of volume, how will you calculate the number of moles? Given volume by 22.4. In terms of mass, given mass by molar mass. In terms of molecules, number of molecules divided by Avogadro number of molecules. Got it? So let us again develop our concept by solving some more numericals. Okay, by solving some more numericals. Okay, fine. So calculate the molar mass of a compound. Calculate the molar mass of a compound. Okay. Calculate the molar mass of a compound if, okay, if the volume at STP is of a, you can write down of a gaseous compound, say 2.24 liter. Calculate the molar mass of a gaseous compound if it occupies a volume of 22.4 liters at STP. Okay. Now, remember, Okay, now remember the fact that again, what is 1 mole? What is 1 mole in terms of mass? 1 mole in terms of mass is equal to the molar mass. What is 1 mole in terms of volume? 22. It occupies a volume of 22.4 liters at STP. What is the concept of mole in terms of number? It contains what? Avogadro number of particles. It contains Avogadro number of particles. Okay, so molar mass is equal to 1 mole. 20.4 liters of gas at STP means 1 mole. We are talking about 1 mole of a gas. Avogadro number of molecules means we are talking about again 1 mole. So these three things are interrelated. These three things are interrelated. So actually, what is molar mass then? See, it's very easy. What is molar mass? It is the mass of Avogadro number of molecules. What is molar mass? Molar mass means 1 mole, and 1 mole is also equal to Avogadro number. So molar mass is the mass of Avogadro number of molecule. Or we can say molar mass, okay, of a gas, it occupies a volume of 22.4 liters at STP. The molar mass of a gas, it occupies the volume of 22.4 liters at STP. Just now we said, what was the molar mass of carbon dioxide gas? What is the molar mass of carbon dioxide gas? 44 gram. So 44 gram of carbon dioxide at STP, it occupies a volume of 22.4 liters. So this is the concept you should develop, right? Okay. The molar mass of carbon dioxide is 44. This is equal to 1 mole. So 1 mole occupies a volume of how much? 22.4 liter. So how will you relate the volume with molar mass? How are you going to relate the volume with molar mass? Again, I am telling you, 44 gram means 1 mole of carbon dioxide. So 44 gram or 1 mole of carbon dioxide occupies a volume of 20.4 liters. So what will be a concept of molecular mass in terms of volume then? Okay. So the mass of 22.4 liter of a gas at STP, we can say alternatively, the mass of 22.4 liter of any gas at STP is equal to the molar mass. Okay. 22.4 liter of any gas at STP occupies what? How many particles? It contains how many particles? It contains Avogadro number of particles. Is it okay now? So 22.4 liter of any gas at STP means it is equal to the molar mass. 22.4 liter of any gas at STP, it contains Avogadro number of particles. So we can relate these three things. These three things are interrelated to each other. These three things are interrelated to each other. Okay, molar mass 44 gram of carbon dioxide, it contains 20.4 liter. Or if I can express in the alternative way, I can say 20.4 liter of carbon dioxide gas. 20.4 liter of carbon dioxide gas at STP is equal to how many gram? 44 gram. What is 44 gram? It's equal to 1 mole. So these three quantities are interrelated to each other. Why are they interrelated? Since they express the same quantity mole. Just here we have expressed the mole in terms of different parameters. Okay, and these three things are interrelated to each other. Okay, so you need to have a very clear concept about this, right? Fine. Okay, so we'll go very slowly. We'll go very slowly. Don't worry. So what are we supposed to do out here? You are supposed to calculate the molar mass of a gaseous compound which occupies a volume of 2.24 liters at STP. Okay, now let us find out the number of moles first. Let us find out the number of moles. So what was the formula for calculating, or you can write like this. If you don't remember the formula, we can say 22.4 liter at STP is equal to how many mole? Is equal to 1 mole at STP. So what is the given volume out here? 2.24 liter. 2.24 liter. Okay, this is equal to 1 by 22.4 into 2.24. So this is equal to how many mole? This is equal to 0.1 mole. This is equal to 0.1 mole. Okay, fine. So one data is missing out here. Okay, so we can just find the answer like this. Uh, Calculate the molar mass of a gaseous compound if the volume at STP is 20.4 liter. Okay, and 2.24 liter of the compound weighs, say, I'm giving you an arbitrary value, x gram, suppose x gram. Okay, so this information must be provided or else we won't be able to find out. So yes, what have I done? First part, I found out 2.24 liters means how many mole? 0.1 mole. So this is equal to 0.1 mole. Okay, and what is the weight of 0.1 mole? It's given, it's equal to x gram. So 0.1 mole is equal to how many gram? It is equal to x gram. And what is the concept of mole in terms of mass? What is molecular mass? Molecular mass is the mass of how many mole? Molecular mass means it is the mass of 1 mole. It is the mass of 1 mole. Okay. Again, say ammonia. What is the molar mass? 17 gram. And 17 gram means here mass of 1 mole. So what is molecular mass? Molecular mass is the mass of 1 mole. So here we have seen that 0.1 mole is equal to x gram. Therefore, 1 mole is equal to how many gram then? So 1 mole is equal to x divided by 0.1. So this is equal to 10x gram. Okay, so this is the weight of 1 mole, right? And the weight of 1 mole is known as your molecular mass. So therefore, what is the molecular mass of the compound? Therefore, the molar mass of a compound, therefore the molar mass of the compound is equal to 10x gram. Got it? So what did I do first? I found out the number of moles, okay, of 2.24 liters of a gas. So 2.24 liter of a gas means it is equal to 0.1 mole. So 0.1 mole weighs how many gram? It's given x gram. So 1 mole weighs how many gram? 10x gram. And the mass of 1 mole is known as a molar mass. Okay, the mass of 1 mole is known as a molar mass. Okay, so how are you going to proceed now? How are you going to proceed? So 22.4 liter of a gas at STP is equivalent to how many mole? It is equivalent to 1 mole. Fine. So therefore, 44.8 liter of gas, ammonia gas at STP is equal to how many mole? It will be 1 by 22.4 multiplied by 44.8. So this is equal to 2 mole. Fine. So 44.8 liter of ammonia gas means it is equal to 2 mole. Now we are supposed to find out the number of molecules. So now we know 1 mole of ammonia. Okay, 1 mole of ammonia in terms of number, it contains how many molecules? It contains Avogadro number of molecules. So 44.8 liter of ammonia means we are talking about 2 moles. So if 1 mole ammonia contains Avogadro number, therefore 2 mole of ammonia contains how many? So it will be 6.02 multiplied by 2 into 10 to the power 23. Okay. So 44.8 liter means 2 mole, and obviously 1 mole contains Avogadro number, so 2 mole contains twice Avogadro number of molecules. Okay, so the question says, which of the following has the maximum mass? 4 options are given. So number 1 is 1 mole of hydrogen gas, 0.5 mole of sucrose, 1.2 mole of silver, or 22.4 liter of nitrogen at STP. Again, we are using the same concept out here, right? Okay, so what is the concept of mass in terms of mole? Yes, what is the concept of mole? Mass in terms of mole? 1 mole means it is equal to the molar mass. So 1 mole of hydrogen gas means we are talking about the molar mass of hydrogen. So what is the molar mass of hydrogen gas? What is the molar mass? It is equal to 2 gram. So 1 mole of hydrogen gas means we are talking about the molar mass of hydrogen. It's equal to 2 gram. Fine. Now let us move to second option A. So 0.5 mole of sucrose. Now we know 1 mole of sucrose. Okay, 1 mole of sucrose means in terms of mass, we are talking about the molecular mass of sucrose. If you calculate the molecular mass of sucrose from the atomic masses, okay, our answer is going to be 342 gram. Fine, 1 mole of sucrose means it is equal to its molar mass. You calculate the molar mass, it will come out to be 342 gram. So therefore, but here 0.5 mole. So 0.5 mole of sucrose means 342 multiplied by 0.5. So I think it will be equal to 171 gram. Okay, 342 multiplied by 0.5 will be 171 gram. Fine. So what is the answer to this? The answer to this is your 171 gram. What is the answer to this? What is the atomic mass of silver given? 108. That means 1 mole of silver is equal to 108 gram. 1 mole means it is equal to the atomic mass. So 1.2 mole means how much? 1.2 mole of silver means 108 multiplied by 1.2. So this will come out to be how much? Yes, kindly calculate it. What will be the answer to this? 108 multiplied by 1.2.
Sir, 129.6.
129.6. So the answer to this will be 129.6 gram. Now what will be the answer to the last part now? 22.4 liter of any gas at STP means 1 mole, right? So 22.4 liter of nitrogen and STP means we are talking about 1 mole of nitrogen. 1 mole of nitrogen or 22.4 liter of nitrogen, it is equal to the molar mass. What is the molar mass of nitrogen? 214 28 gram. Got it? So 22.4 liter of any gas at STP means 1 mole. And 1 mole means again it's equal to the molar mass. So which is the correct answer then? Which occupies the maximum mass? Which has the maximum mass? The answer, the correct answer is, the correct option is number B.
Yes,
So
sir.
if you solve this type of question answers, okay, we will gradually clear our concepts out here. We can gradually clear our concepts out here. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So I think the concept of mole is somewhat clear now. Okay. Okay. So one last problem. Then I'll move towards the concept of concentration. Okay. Okay. Calculate the number of molecules. Calculate the number of molecules in a drop of water. Calculate the number of molecules in a drop of water weighing 0.05 gram. And we know the atomic mass of hydrogen is equal to 1. The atomic mass of oxygen is equal to 16. So we know these things. Right? Okay, so you are supposed to calculate the number of molecules in a drop of water weighing 0.05 gram. Okay, now see, fine.
12044 into 10 to the power 23.
So let us see. Okay, let us see.
Yes, sir.
So we know the fact that 1 mole contains Avogadro number of molecules. Okay. So what is the molar mass of water? First of all, what is the molar mass of water? What is the molecular mass of water? I think it is equal to 18 gram.
18. Yes, sir.
Okay, so given mass is 0.05. So let us see how many moles are present in 0.05 gram of water. Number of moles will be, given mass is 0.05 and the molecular mass is 18. So this will come out to be how much? So this is the number of moles. Okay, this is the number of moles present in 0.05 gram. Got it? Yes, am I correct? Molar mass was 18. So what is the formula for calculating the number of moles? Given mass by molecular mass. So this much moles are present in 0.05 gram.
Yes, sir.
Now I know the concept that 1 mole of water, it contains Avogadro number of molecules. It contains Avogadro number of molecules. But 0.05 gram means how many mole? Is it equal to 1 mole? No. 0.05 gram water means this much number of moles. So if 1 mole contains this much number of molecules, then 0.05 divided by 18 mole contains how many molecules? It will be 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 multiplied by 0.05 divided by 18. Yes, this will come out to be how much then? If you calculate this thing, it will come out to be how much? It will come out to 1.67. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Into 10 to the power 21 molecules. So this will be your answer. Got it? So this is our answer. So what have we done? What is the concept? 1 mole means 1 mole contains Avogadro number of molecules. So I first found out the number of moles present in 0.5 gram. It contains this many number of moles. So if 1 mole contains Avogadro number, so this many moles contains how many molecules? Simple as this. Okay, as simple as this. Okay. So now let us see, okay, in what ways a chemical equation can be expressed. So as for example, I give you one chemical reaction, nitrogen gas plus 3 moles of hydrogen gas, okay, gives us 2 moles of ammonia gas. Okay, and the numbers which appears, these are known as your stoichiometric coefficients. These are known as your stoichiometric coefficients. Okay, so looking at the stoichiometric coefficients, what can I say is 1 mole of nitrogen completely reacts with how many mole of hydrogen? It completely reacts with 3 mole of hydrogen. So this stoichiometric coefficients can be expressed in terms of mole. So here the stoichiometric coefficient is 1. So we can say 1 mole of nitrogen, it reacts with how many moles of dihydrogen? It reacts with 3 moles of hydrogen to give us how many moles of ammonia? It gives 2 moles of ammonia. So here I have expressed the stoichiometric coefficient in terms of mole. Now if I express the same in terms of mass, I am expressing this stoichiometric coefficient in terms of mass. How will I do so? 1 mole of nitrogen means, what is the mass of 1 mole of nitrogen? It's equal to the molecular mass, 28 gram. What is the molecular mass of hydrogen? 2. So 2 times 3 is equal to 6 gram. So 3 mole of hydrogen means it is equal to 6 gram. 1 mole of ammonia means 14 plus 3, 17 gram. 2 mole of ammonia means 2 times 17, it will be 34 gram. So this stoichiometric coefficient can also be expressed in terms of mass like this. So 28 gram of nitrogen completely reacts with 6 gram of hydrogen to give 2 mole of or 34 gram of ammonia. Fine. Now,
Yes,
in terms of number, 1 mole of ammonia, 1 mole of nitrogen contains how many nitrogen molecules? It contains Avogadro number of nitrogen molecules. 3 mole of hydrogen means it contains how many molecules? Thrice Avogadro number of molecules. While 2 moles of ammonia means twice Avogadro number of molecules. Oh, so I can express the stoichiometric coefficient again in terms of number of molecules. So Avogadro number of nitrogen molecule completely reacts with thrice Avogadro number of hydrogen molecules to give twice Avogadro number of ammonia molecules. Now, if I express the same in terms of volume at STP, what can you say then? What can you say? Yes, 1 mole of any gas at STP, 1 mole of any gas at STP, it occupies a volume of how much? It occupies a volume of 22.4 liters. So if 1 mole occupies 22.4 liters, 3 mole will occupy how much? Thrice 22.4 liter. Got it? So 2 mole of ammonia means it will occupy what volume at STP then? Twice into 22.4 liter. So here we see, okay, a very important concept. This stoichiometric coefficients or the chemical reactions, it can be expressed in various ways. It can be expressed in moles. And once you express in mole, you can express the mole in terms of mass. You can express the mole in terms of number. And if it is a gas, you can express the mole in terms of volume. You can express the mole in terms of volume. Fine. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
So now we will be coming across different types of problems. What are the types of problems we'll be dealing with? One, dealing with mass-mass relationship. That means mass-mass means, yes, we can say 28 gram reacts with 6 gram to give us 34 gram. Or we can also relate the mass with your volume. So can I say out here, 28 gram of nitrogen, it produces how many liter of ammonia? 28 gram of nitrogen, it produces how many liters of ammonia? 28 gram of nitrogen.
28.
Okay, it gives us twice into 22.4 liters of ammonia gas. So we'll come across problems related to your mass and volume, or we'll be dealing problems relating to volume. Okay, so we'll be doing different types of numericals now. So this is the concept. Right? So here I want to make it very clear that this mole, it can be expressed in various ways. Again, the same thing, we are coming back to the same point. Now, just the thing is that we are expressing in terms of this stoichiometric coefficients. We are expressing in terms of this stoichiometric coefficient out. Okay, so hope I'm clear out here once and twice. Okay, so this is a problem. Let us see what is this problem based upon. So here it is given in the question, how many moles of nitrogen are needed to produce 8.2 moles of ammonia by reaction with hydrogen. So according to the question, what is the chemical reaction? Chemical reaction is not given. So nitrogen is reacting with hydrogen. Nitrogen is reacting with hydrogen. So I balanced it to produce ammonia. So if I balance it, I'll get 2 moles of ammonia. So here I need to find out the number of moles of nitrogen needed to produce 8.2 moles of ammonia. Okay. Now, from this balanced chemical equation, okay, what can you say? 2 moles of ammonia are produced by how many moles of nitrogen? 2 moles of ammonia is produced by how many moles of nitrogen? Yes?
Sir, 1.
1, exactly. So 2 moles of ammonia are produced by, here the stoichiometric coefficient is 1. So 1 mole of nitrogen produces 2 mole of ammonia. Okay, 2 mole of ammonia are produced by 1 mole of nitrogen. So the question says 8.2 moles of ammonia requires how many mole of nitrogen? So simple unitary method. So 8.2 moles of ammonia, in order to produce 8.2 moles of ammonia, how many moles of nitrogen are required? Simple unitary method. So what will be the answer? It will be 4.1 mole. It will be 4.1 mole. So as easy as this. So first of all, you have to write down the chemical reaction. You have to balance it. Then you look at the stoichiometric coefficient, and you look at the question what is being asked. Here the relationship being asked, mole-mole relationship. Right? And we know very clearly 2 moles of ammonia requires 1 mole of nitrogen. So 8.2 moles of ammonia requires this much mole of here ammonia. Okay. Now if
Yes, sir.
I can express, I'll just modify this question now. Okay, I'll just modify this question. So if I write down, instead of moles, if I write down how many grams of nitrogen are needed to produce 8.2. So this is the relationship between mole and mass and mole, right? Okay, here what is given? Ammonia it is expressed in terms of mole. You need to find out the number of grams of nitrogen. Okay, earlier it was mole relationship, now it is mass mole relationship. Okay, we have to find out which mass. We have to find out the mass of nitrogen. So we'll express this stoichiometric coefficient of nitrogen in terms of what? We have to find out the mass of nitrogen. So we'll express this stoichiometric coefficient in terms of what? Yes?
Nitrogen.
Mass. We have to find out the question में how many grams of nitrogen. So we have to find out the mass of nitrogen. So I'll express this stoichiometric coefficient in terms of mass. Okay, so again, I'll just simplify this problem. So 1 mole of nitrogen reacts with 3 mole of hydrogen to produce 2 mole of ammonia. Fine. So I need to express this nitrogen in terms of mass. So 1 mole of nitrogen means how much? 1 mole of nitrogen means 28 gram.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the moles of ammonia is given. So 28 gram means 1 mole of nitrogen. It produces 2 mole of ammonia. Now I have a clear picture. If I react 28 gram of nitrogen with hydrogen, then 2 moles of ammonia are formed. So now how will I solve this problem? So 8.2 moles of ammonia. It requires how many gram of nitrogen? Sorry, 2 moles of ammonia. 2 moles of ammonia requires how many gram of nitrogen?
28.
28 gram. So what is the question? Okay, what is the question? 8.2 moles of ammonia requires how many gram of nitrogen? Then 28 divided by 2 into 8.2. So it will be 4.1 multiplied by 28. So this will be our answer. Okay, got it? So this is the problem based on mass mole relationship.
Sir, 114.
What is the answer?
8. So 114.8.
114.8 gram. But this is the answer. Very good. 114.8 gram of nitrogen are required. Okay,
Yes,
now if I again modify this question, what volume of nitrogen at STP are required to produce 8.2 moles of ammonia? So just modify this problem now. Let us see. Now you have to find out the volume of nitrogen at STP, which is required to produce 8.2 moles of ammonia. So now I'll express this mole in terms of volume, since I need to find out the volume of nitrogen, and I know 1 mole of nitrogen at STP, it occupies what volume? 22.4 liter. So now 22.4 liter of nitrogen, it reacts with hydrogen to give us 2 mole of ammonia. Now again I'll solve the problem in that way. So 2 mole of ammonia requires 22.4 liter of nitrogen at STP. Yes, 2 mole requires 22.4 liter of nitrogen at STP. So 8.2 mole of ammonia requires how many liter of nitrogen? 22.4 divided by 2 into 8.2. Yes, kindly solve this. So this will be 11.2 multiplied by 8.2 liters. Now if I express this liter in terms of milliliter, then I will multiply by 1000. I'll straight away multiply by 1000. So these stoichiometric coefficients, remember, it can be expressed in a number of ways depending upon. Okay, so chlorine is prepared in the lab by treating manganese dioxide with HCl. So the balanced chemical equation is given. So you are supposed to find out how many grams of HCl react with 5 gram of amino. That means HCl needs to be found out in gram, and MnO2 is also given in grams. So this is a mass to mass relationship problem. Okay, both has been expressed in terms of mass. So now let us see. MnO2 plus 4HCl gives us MnCl2 plus 2 water. So you are supposed to find out the number of grams of HCl which reacts with 5 gram of MnO2. So how many moles of MnO2 we have? I have 1 mole of manganese dioxide. It reacts with how many moles of HCl? 4
4
mole
moles.
of HCl. So I think these are not required because we need the relationship between MnO2 and HCl. Or if I write down, I can write down it produces 1 mole of MnCl2 and 2 moles of water. Although I don't require this information. Now, I need to find out the mass of MnO2. So I'll express this mole in terms of mass. Okay, I need to find out the mass of HCl. I will also express this HCl in terms of mass. So 1 mole of MnO2 means what mass of MnO2? 1 mole of MnO2 means it is equal to the molar mass. So 55 plus 2 into 16. Is it so?
Yes, sir.
So this will come out to be how much? 87 gram.
87. Yes, sir.
It reacts with 4 mole. So 1 mole means what? 1 mole means how many gram? 1 plus 35.5. This is the 36.5 is the molecular mass of HCl. 4 times 36.5. So this will be how much? 146 gram. This will be 146. Now the problem becomes easy. Okay, the problem becomes easy. You are supposed to find out the number of grams of HCl that reacts with 5 gram of MnO2. So what can I say now? I can say that 87 gram of MnO2, it reacts with how many gram of HCl? It reacts with 146 gram of HCl. Is it so? Yes. 1 mole means 87 gram reacts with 4 mole means 146 gram. So in the question it's given 5 gram of MnO2 will require how many gram of HCl? So it will be 146 divided by 87 into 5. Okay, and the answer will come out to be somewhat approximately equal to 8.4 gram of HCl is required. 8.4 gram of HCl is required. Okay, so calculate the volume of carbon dioxide. Sorry, calculate the volume of oxygen at NTP that would be required to convert 5.2 liter of carbon monoxide to carbon dioxide. So first of all, we should frame an equation. Hey, what is an equation? Carbon monoxide, yes, it is reacting with oxygen to produce which gas? Carbon dioxide gas. So let us balance this. Let us balance this. 2, 2. Fine, is it now it's balanced? So there is a relationship between volume and volume. Right? So I'll express the mole in terms of volume. So 2 mole of carbon monoxide, it reacts with 1 mole of oxygen gas to produce 2 mole of carbon dioxide gas. So calculate the volume of oxygen. We are supposed to find out the volume of oxygen required to convert 5.2 liter of carbon monoxide. So 2 mole of carbon monoxide, it occupies what volume? 1 mole occupies what volume? LSTP 22.4 liter. So 2 mole occupies twice into 22.4 liter. Okay, it reacts completely with 1 mole of oxygen. 1 mole of oxygen means how many liter? 22.4 liter.
Yes, sir.
Now I can say yes, 44.8 liter of carbon monoxide, it requires 22.4 liter of oxygen. Fine. So according to the question, 5.2 liter of carbon monoxide, it requires what volume? 22.4 divided by 44.8 multiplied by 5.2. So this would be 2.6 liter, I suppose. Yes, this will be divisible by 2. 5.2 divided by 2 is 2.6. So this is the problem based upon volume relationship. Okay, this is a problem based upon volume relationship. Now